Alrighty, are we live here? Just giving it a second. Just one teeny tiny teep top more. And I think we're live now. Yep, there we go. Successful launch. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, ThunderBuddy29 here, back today with another discussion stream. I know many of you definitely saw it coming, but many people just didn't know when I would do a discussion stream, but here we are. Nice, beautiful 8:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're all having a great evening so far. As we are now about to start this discussion stream. Alrighty. The rocket ram got nerfed to 25 damage. Oh boy. I hope that ain't true.
No, I think they nerfed. No, they didn't nerf a rocket ram. I think they just, the car glitch with a rocket ram.
Oh
I think
yeah,
they got
cause
rid of
like
that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
how we did in shorts. Like how in shorts
Yeah,
we
I think
did.
they got rid of that because I saw on Twitter they did a hot fix.
Oh man, if that's really the case, and that actually sucks if that's the case, because that was fun to be honest with you. That's one of the things that made this fun in the first place.
It was like the new version of rocket riding in a way.
Yeah, well,
You know.
kind of like that. Yeah, it was like this short that I posted. It was like this short I posted. Sick right now. Didn't go to school today. Damn, that sucks. Well, anyways, I hope you're all having a great evening so far. And make sure you don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We got some discussing to do. If anyone has any questions, I will try to answer in the chat. Super chats are an automatic guarantee I will answer. And if someone demands us to play Fortnite, we'll see. But I think to start this discussion, I think I should ask you both, what do you think of the season? Since none of us had barely heard your guys' take. Starting with Azaz.
Yeah,
I
I actually think this season is great, to be honest. Like, there are barely any bad changes that they made to the game. Like, this is like the first time I've really enjoyed a Fortnite season since Chapter 3 Season 1, which was nearly 2 years ago. Like, they actually fixed a lot of shit that they went wrong in the last season. Like, the loot pool is improved, like, the map is improved, the gameplay is improved. Like, they did a lot of good things to fix the season. I think the season is actually good, but hopefully they keep up that same energy throughout the season. Because Chapter 2, Season 2 had a really good start as well, but eventually that season got worse and worse with how they buffed aim assist.
Yeah, definitely.
but the bots and AIs are not as annoying as they were in previous seasons they were in, but they're still kind of a nuisance.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I could
They
definitely agree with that.
definitely increased the amount of them on the map because I don't think there were
Oh
this
yeah,
many
definitely.
AIs in Chapter 2. Like in Chapter 2, Season 2, you had like a few henchmen and one boss, but it feels like there were so many henchmen, especially when you get the mythic weapon from the vault. All of the henchmen come downstairs.
But to be fair though, in Chapter 2, like some of the henchmen were in designated locations, but now they're all over the place now.
Yeah, even in the jungle area, aka Nom, the henchmen are there, which is just completely unnecessary.
Yeah, I think too, I think one of the greatest things about the season is the loot pool slightly improved. The map is decent. The new locations are decent. And I like the fact that all the mythic weapons are being cycled each game. So it's not the same mythic weapon at that specific location, kind of like what we saw in Chapter 2 Season 2. So
And plus,
it may have that Chapter 2 Season 2 vibe, but it's not exactly the same as that.
yeah, and another good thing is that you're only allowed to choose one mythic from the vault because they don't allow you to choose all of it because that would be way too overpowered.
I could definitely agree with that as well.
but to be fair though, some of the mythics like that do be in there be trash. So so sometimes it could be like the most obvious pick to choose which one you want.
I mean, you
Yeah,
had you
and I
had
think
you had the overpowered MK7 return, which it's only one. Then you had Midas's Tommy gun, which, to be honest, I'm still surprised. I have not found Midas's Tommy gun yet. I haven't found
I've
it yet,
actually
surprisingly.
found that gun a lot recently.
Yeah,
I feel like
but
this
I'm
has to be
so
my
glad that
favorite
the jump
season. But the
gun.
thing is, I wouldn't jump the gun right off the bat and say this is the best season ever until we see what happens later on in the season. Like we just have to
Because
wait. We just gotta wait to see
Fortnite
what
will come
happens
out.
from here. The
Because
collabs going
Fortnite
back.
will find a way to mess it up somehow. We don't know how,
Yeah.
but they will.
I mean, I heard there was a report that what was that mode? Horde Rush returned. I'm like, wasn't that supposed to return in Halloween? But some reason they brought it back early. And we're not even in September yet and they're already bringing it back. But damn. I'll still take it though. But it makes me wonder too, if Horde Rush already got released, what are they going to do this Halloween? That's what I'm wondering. Or how are they going to end chapter 4 if it somehow if it's somehow chosen to end this season? Like if it ends here,
Like
like there's a lot that we got to keep our eyes on. Like keep our lookout on for as the season goes on, as we progress through the season. There's a lot of things we got to keep our eyes on. Like, and there's a lot of like questions, a lot of question marks of like what's Halloween going to be like? What's the finale going to be like if it does somehow happen at the end of the season, as every leaker has been pretty much saying? So I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, the season's definitely very fun, and I'm not going to deny it. It is the most fun I've had with this game in a while. But we should not be automatically jumping the gun and say this is the best season ever. I mean, it's already the
it
best season.
definitely
It's
isn't.
already the best season of Chapter 4. I'm not going to deny that. But we shouldn't just.
that was not the best of all time.
But it's not the best of all time. We should not be jumping the gun. Like we have to wait and see
Yeah,
what happens, because there was a many times, like Chapter 3 Season 1, we thought that season was going to be really good. Well, I kind of had a lot of question marks for it, but then they somehow screwed that up after a month. Which I once again seriously am strongly crossing my fingers, just hoping that they don't repeat that same mistake this season, because this season has had the strongest start that Fortnite has ever had in a very long time. Fortnite has never had this strong of a launch for a new season in years. I mean, have you seen the like player count increases? It's just fucking insane.
yeah, like over 2 million people were playing the game when the season first launched.
I know, well, 2 million people in the first 3 days each. That's more than what Chapter 4 Season 3 had. And on day 2, it had almost a million more players than Chapter 4 Season 3 did.
Like Epic Games definitely knew what they were doing when they were developing this season, and I literally predicted that this would happen because I've been constantly saying the reason why Chapter 4 Season 3 was so fucking horrendous was because they're developing the next chapter. They're more focused on the end of the chapter and the next chapter, and I was exactly right.
Well, not the next chapter, the next season, and the next chapter.
Yeah.
Thing is, you've had a long history of predictions, man. A lot of them have came true.
Like with some of the collabs and like other stuff like
Well,
in
yeah,
different
the some
seasons.
some of the collabs were easy to predict, but like
I mean,
how like the seasons would go and how they would end. Like you knew immediately that Chapter 4 Season 3 was bad from the start. Like you automatically knew that. And meanwhile, I was trying to have somewhat hope, but eventually the hope was lost
oh
because
wait,
of the
Yeah.
oh wait, hold on. What was chapter 4 season 3 again? Hold on.
it
The
was
jungle season,
it was
wild.
Oh,
also known as
like
Nom.
well, that season was forgettable. Like I forgot like all that happened in that season.
And by the
The
way,
Chapter
only
in
thing
general
I,
has been pretty forgettable.
yeah, by the
I
way,
mean, the only
Azaz, what do
thing
you
I
think of
remember was that I
what do
know.
you think of all the people that call you a fortune teller? What do you think of that? Because there's been a
I
lot of
mean,
people doing that these past couple of months.
I think it's kind of true because I do be predicting a lot of shit that Epic Games does because Epic Games has just gotten more predictable. But the one thing I was wrong about was I said that next season would probably be mediocre at best, and clearly I was wrong with that unless they do stupid shit throughout
I
the
mean,
season. Keep in mind, this season is only 70 days long. This is one of the shortest Fortnite seasons we've had since Chapter 1.
yeah, which means it's probably going to end right after Halloween, or probably. Oh, wait a minute. If wait, that kind of makes me wonder too, because if Horde Rush was launched now, Horde Rush is not going to be the LTM for Halloween, or it's not going to be the special thing for Halloween. It might be an event.
To be
That's
honest,
that's what I'm
I'm
beginning to
just.
think.
I gotta
I
be real
but
with you. I'm. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I think we should also talk about the Battle Pass because I feel like the Battle Pass is one of the best we've seen in a very long time. Like the Battle Passes usually have been just so generic, so bland, nothing interesting in them besides the blatant sellout skins. But I think they did a good job on the Battle Pass skins. Like I know everyone's hating on the Tier 1 skin, but I don't even mind the Tier 1 skin because at least it actually has a lot of good edit styles come along with it. And I'm also glad that they gave that anime skin cell shaded styles where you could turn off the cell shading because I don't like cell shaded skins at all. I think they look like complete fucking dog shit. So I'm glad they did that. But obviously, the main problem I have with the battle pass is Kabi Lame. Now, I don't hate. I have nothing against Kabi Lame as a person, but why is he there? He has no connection to Fortnite. I highly doubt he's even played the game. They could have added someone like Nick30, typical gamer, or Tifu. In fact, this would have literally been the most perfect opportunity to add Nick30 in the game because he is extremely viral right now. He's literally the most popular Fortnite YouTuber right now with you think you're the king, I'm the king memes, all of the
Yeah, I
never
mean,
back down, never
that's
won
literally
No,
memes.
what I
not
Like
said.
again.
they
That's
could have put Nick30 in the battle pass instead of Copy Lane because people like Nick30 actually have connections to Fortnite. They've been playing the game since the beginning. They've been grinding content, making videos on every update, but Copy Lane has done nothing to Fortnite. Like he has no effect on Fortnite. The only reason why they collab with it is because he's a famous celebrity. But even then, the dude hasn't
I
been
mean,
relevant since like
he's
2021.
not even much of a
I mean,
celebrity
if he
now
was,
because of
I mean,
unrelevant he's been. And like I had said
I mean,
too,
if
that was the perfect opportunity to do a collab with one of those people. That would have been like the most perfect opportunity. Like why are they not giving like skins to people who are actually good people? I mean, they may not be perfect people, but they have given Fortnite so much limelight over the years, even continue to at its very worst moments. But meanwhile, you're deciding to give a collab to someone who has no connection to Fortnite, has done nothing for Fortnite, guarantee you probably never spent a single minute on the game, probably never had.
Like
But
I
meanwhile,
think
he's getting a skin, but none of these people who had given them limelight are not getting a skin either, which honestly doesn't make a licking damn sense.
like the only thing Tommy Lame ever did was move his hands down, while these other Fortnite YouTubers and streamers have literally been loyal to the game since the very beginning. How they could even give people like Mythoskin, someone who redefined building. Like I don't understand why they had to pick Copy Lame. At that point, you might as well added the fucking D'Amelio family in the game.
even if they was gonna add like Happy Lane, now why couldn't they do it like in 2021 when he was like rising in popularity? Like it would have made
Well,
sense, but
Thing
like
is, they weren't as big as they weren't that like extremely big on the Icon series in 2021 compared to 2022 and 2023. They
and
weren't
another
as
thing
big
I
as
want to
that.
mention is Ahsoka being the secret skin. I don't even think she should be the secret skin. I think they should have just put her in the item shop, like right when the TV show releases. Because I don't understand why Fortnite always has to sell out in their battle pass just because of a TV show. Like who even really, no one in the Fortnite audience really cares about that or is gonna watch the show. Like, if you're gonna add Ahsoka, you should have done it during the Star Wars event in Chapter 4, Season 2.
Thing is, Star Wars itself is already dying. That's the thing. How many people even care about the show? And the funny thing, someone just put in the chat. Let me find it. Someone put something in the chat. Who is Kabi Lame? And the funny thing is, I asked myself that same exact question when Azaz first brought that up, that he was the TikToker in the Battle Pass. Like, if Azaz would not have told me that that was a TikToker, I wouldn't have known that that was a collab. Because I've never known who the hell that
I
guy
forgot
even
that
was.
nigga
I don't
even
even know who he
was.
is.
I forgot
Yeah,
he was even like on social media anyway. Like I forgot he was
yeah.
even on
I didn't know
TikTok
that
or whatever.
either.
I've known him for years, but I forgot he existed until now, really.
Kind of like how I forgot
Yeah.
that Dream existed until he re-uploaded the same old song that he uploaded 2 months ago.
No, okay, we're getting off topic a little bit. We're getting off
Yeah, I
topic.
know. I know. Yeah, I know. It was just a weird
Oh, there's
example.
Dream Fits on the map. Like
Well,
I know
holy,
Dream Fits on the map, but like,
holy shit! We got 43 people watching. Damn, we got 43 people watching this stream. That's probably the most viewers we've had in a while. Damn, 44 now.
so what did that say about last live stream? What did that say about last live stream?
Last live stream was pretty wild too. Definitely, it definitely came back a lot because a lot of people did not like last season. Which honestly, it's crazy that a lot of people didn't like last season, but now all of a sudden we're loving this season. I'm guessing that like in the second half of Chapter 4 Season 3, they kind of knew that it was a lost cause, so they decided to just give up on it and focus on this season. And
That's
of
the
course,
reason why they
try
cut.
to focus.
That's the exact. That's literally the exact reason why they cut Chapter 2 short. Because you know damn well they wasn't planning on ending Chapter 2 at the 8th season, like the day they launched Chapter 2. They were definitely planning more seasons because there were rumors that the water inside of the grotto, would be removed and they would go inside of the grotto again. So they were definitely planning more seasons. It's just that Chapter 2 got so much backlash they had to cut it short. That's pretty much what they
Yeah.
did here with this season. They noticed how many people were shitting on Chapter 4 Season 3, and they just, or I guess, yeah, Chapter 4 Season 3, and they decided to give us this season.
But quite frankly, though, I just hope that like they don't somehow screw up this season. And if this season's actually good, I just hope that it doesn't like screw up after. Like, thing is, we all know that at this point, Chapter 5 is already pretty much inevitable at this point. And you definitely know whether if this season continues to be as great as it is, or if they somehow screw it up in the middle of it, they're not gonna go back. They're gonna continue on with their original plan of Chapter 5. They're gonna continue that no matter.
Listen, listen. All I gotta say is, if this season is gonna be good towards the end, then this might actually be the best uh season in this chapter.
Well, it
I
already
mean,
is the
it
best
already
season in this. It
is.
already
Like
is. We
it's
don't even
already
we don't
is,
even
but
we
like
don't even
if
need
it's
to
gonna
debate
screw up,
that. This is already the best
I mean,
season in
like
all
if
of
it's gonna
Chapter
screw up.
4. Sad thing is, I used to think that Chapter 4 Season 2 was, well, clearly that's an L I'm going to be carrying on my shoulders probably. But the thing
I
is,
thought Chapter 4 Season 1 was better than Chapter 4 Season 2, mainly because of the Christmas update and the fact that I enjoyed playing that season more than Chapter 4 Season 2, because I didn't really like playing Chapter 4 Season 2 after they introduced those annoying ass Attack on Titan mythics.
that's kind of a fair point. The thing is, though, too, if this season keeps going the way it's going, like if it continues to be as great as it is, as many people have been saying in my comment section already, this season could probably be the best season since Chapter 2 Season 2.
If they
It
don't screw it
probably
up.
could be. And I actually have confidence, and it's actually in reach of possibly being the best season since Chapter 2
I
Season
mean,
2.
Chapter 2
That's
Season 2 was decent, like it had a very good start. It's just that as Chapter 2 Season 2 progressed, it got worse with the overpowered aim assist, the mythics, which were way too strong, and the fact that we didn't really see that much in the game besides the Travis Scott update. And keep in mind, Chapter 2 Season 2 was 118 days long, which is way too long. But to be fair, that was when lockdown first started, so you could kind of understand that. I feel like this season has a big potential to be better than Chapter 2 Season 2 if they keep on giving us good updates and don't mess up on things like they did back then.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I could definitely agree with that point. And I know the funny thing is, G-Tastic just made his video on the season today. He just made a video talking about it today, and he's like, "Do you think it's kind of weird that now they're saying rumors that they're going to shut down the whole country again, and then we're going to be in another secret agent slash heist theme season? Like, if that actually happens, we would be living in like the most cursed timeline. Like, if somehow COVID starts going up again. They shut down the country again in the middle of a similar season like Chapter 2, Season 2, back in the time when the lockdowns began. And then we'd be
I
reliving
mean,
that moment again. That'd be insane if we did.
I mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, this season kind of does share a lot of similarities with Chapter Two, Season Two. So if lockdown happens again, we're just gonna get like Chapter Two, Season Two all over again, and
Yeah, I
hopefully we don't
mean,
have overpowered aliens
probably,
this season.
probably getting a big delay too on top of it if that actually does happen. But I don't think that's gonna actually happen though. I
Like
don't.
I hope not.
Yeah, well, knowing that 2024 is coming up, and you know what that is. You know what that is.
I have another theory about Chapter 4 Season 4. We had for Travis Scott event in Chapter 2 Season 2. We might get another big concert this season because if you guys don't know, in September, there are rumors going around that The Party Never Ends, which is a Juice World album, might drop in September of this year. And the thing is, Fortnite was planning a Juice World collab. Last year, Juice World's management and Fortnite were literally having meetings and discussions about a concert. But the thing is, you want to know why the collab never happened? Because the album got delayed. That's essentially why it happened. Because the label got pissed at the leaks, even though leaks don't even affect album sales, and they delayed the album. If Juice World's album comes out, then we're most likely gonna see a concert, and that's the main thing I've been hoping for.
Yeah, honestly, if that September could be more interesting than we expect. September definitely could be an interesting. Let Juice World rest, lol. Well, you should also tell Dream to let Technoblade rest.
There's
Or that
nothing
one dude
wrong
who went.
with there's nothing wrong with passing down, or there's nothing wrong with like there's nothing wrong with putting him in the game because they're essentially introducing him to way more people and essentially carrying on his legacy. I don't see a problem with that unless they're making money off of his likeness. If they don't donate the money of the skin to the families, then that would be fucking messed up. But I don't
That
think
honestly would
Fortnite would
be.
do that.
Yeah, I don't think Fortnite would do that, but if it was like Activision or Blizzard, they probably would.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
You know,
Oh
you
I
know
yeah,
they
mean,
you
bro.
know they definitely would.
Mhm.
I mean,
Them
keep in
grease.
mind, Fortnite added a Notorious B.I.G. music pack in the game.
On They added what, a music pack in the game?
Yeah, for
Mm.
Notorious
Oh my god,
B.I.G.
bro, what the fuck is going on in our Discord server? There's some fucker literally bombing our Discord server. Yeah, he's also in the stream chat too. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Literally, you're literally
I was
doing, bro.
wondering
You literally have time of day to go bomb my Discord server, bro. Get a fucking life,
what. Oh,
dude.
yeah,
Get
I'm done,
get
bro.
a fucking get a
What is he
fucking life,
posting?
bro. This guy's literally bombing my Discord server. The same guy who's bombing the
Yeah,
chat in here. Like seriously,
yeah.
bro.
So
You got nothing
I
better to
would
do
not
with your life
recommend
but
looking up,
bomb my fucking Discord and
dude.
trying to add me as a friend, bro. Try to add me as a friend.
Nobody. All I'm saying is just don't look up, bro. Because right now, if
Bro,
because
what
right now,
the?
all
Like
I'm saying is
seriously? Why do
if you
people do
saw what
this?
happened, if you saw what happened to I Show Me, then you probably know what's best is for you if you don't look up
Showed
like
me to make you feel complete.
Gee.
Yep. This is the first raid that we've had since fucking March. This is the first raid since March. Like what the hell happened? Thank you to whoever in the chat of the stream that sent us a warning of what was going on in the server. And
I saw what was happening
I
in the server.
apologize if anyone saw the crazy shit that they saw. I apologize if you did.
Those kids are odd.
Gosh. Someone put, can you kick Shadow Lord? He's not rude. Oh my god. Get out of here, you
Oh
fucking.
my
Get
god,
out of
bro.
here. Get out of here, you fucking racist Dixiecrat. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Oh wait, hold up, bro. What do you say? Hold up.
He says, he said, can he kick Shadow Lord? Not being rude, but his race isn't good. Dude, get the fuck out of here, normal YT. Get out of here. Get out.
Bro, what is up with
God.
these fucking kids?
Like seriously. You got nothing better to
Yeah, bro.
you got nothing better to do on a Monday? Except bomb the Discord server and be racist to people in our fucking chat? Come on.
Oh, well,
Well, anyways, enough of that shit. Let's get back to discussion. I think we got the situation under control.
I don't think we've really talked about the maps that much. So
Yeah.
speaking of the
Oh yeah.
maps, the location.
Something I forgot to mention too. I definitely have to admit the Discord. No, not. Oh my god. The freaking XP system is not that good this season. That's the only real big con of the season is the XP system. I mean, the challenges are okay. It's just the XP.
That's probably because there's not many challenges out, and since the season is only 70 days long, they're obviously going to make the XP slower. Oh no, maybe it probably make more sense to make the XP faster, but Fortnite doesn't really care that much about XP anymore. That's why people have been doing XP glitches since the beginning of Chapter 3.
XP, more like XP. Ha 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 ha. On the 4th day, I'm already level 30. Damn, that's pretty impressive. I mean, I remember on
bro.
the first day of the season, I got my first win with Azaz. And
Yep.
that was
And the funny
honestly.
thing is, that win was never supposed to happen. You were about to get off, but you said, we can't end this on a bad note.
I know. Well, because I had to go AFK for like 10 minutes because I forgot I had to let my dogs out. I had to let my
Ooh.
dogs out and I had to
I
go
mean, no,
AFK.
actually, let's go.
So I
Oh, yeah.
took care of my dogs, let them outside, and then fed them lunch, and then went back in. But somehow I was still alive in the game. Then you died. No, you were being chased for like 10 minutes,
Yeah, because
and of
that's the
course,
main problem I have with this season. Bro, the lobbies are so bad. It's filled with third party and annoying kids who fiend for one kill. Like,
I
they
mean,
just need to remove skill based matchmaking already. Because the main thing that's not making the main thing that I don't like about the season is the lobbies, because the lobbies are so atrocious.
the thing is, the season's still good. Sometimes it's the people that make it bad. It's the sweats that make it bad. I mean, you're gonna get that in every game anyway, especially on like day one of a launch. You're gonna get people who are gonna sweat their balls off, fight like there's no tomorrow, and then act like you're gonna get a million XP for just getting the one kill by chasing someone across the map. You're gonna get that
I
a
mean,
lot on
I
day one.
mean,
It happens.
I
It happens
mean, I
quite a
mean, just
lot.
do. I mean, just do what AZ does. Just do XP glitches or play maps that have XP. You see what his level is.
Skill based matchmaking in general is a cancer. I definitely agree with that. It's honestly something, like I've said, I've advocated for that needs to stay in competitive game modes, not in the casual game mode. That's what I've been advocating for a while. But the thing is, that's not just a main Fortnite issue. It's a complete gaming issue that's happening everywhere in a lot of different games and franchises. Most notably Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Creator mode, creative mode is a great source of XP. Yeah, it definitely can be, especially when I used to do something called Death Run Mondays back in the winter and spring. I used to do something called Death Run Mondays. We may bring that back eventually. We might bring that back. But I think for now we should definitely do a discussion stream. I might end up doing another Fortnite stream, like actually play the game live, maybe like this weekend. Because next weekend I'll be out of town. Next weekend I'm heading to Kings Island again. This game is
Yeah,
Fortnite
I can
again.
take.
Honestly, though, I'm still never gonna deny the fact that I've still had the most fun with this game that I had in a while. Probably the most fun I've had with this game in years.
Yeah.
I will not. I am not.
Like,
I'm not gonna deny that. But holy shit, though. I mean, fuck. We're only a half hour in. We got 155 views, 42 people watching. I hope you're all still enjoying the stream. I apologize for what happened back there. And I also thank you all so much for 50 likes on our last stream. Can we make that to 60 this stream? I'm hoping so. So if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe as we continue on. And if you have any questions, I
yeah.
will try to answer them as best as I can. I will try to. The shotgun mega ruins the season.
I think the shotguns are fine.
I
Like
mean,
the
I think they're
infantry.
fine. I mean, they're not overpowered or underpowered. I still think
The
they're
only
just
problem
Yo,
I
I like that
have
move.
is the only problem I have with the shotgun is the infiltrator shotgun. Like I think the gun's completely fine. It's just that the like reload time is way too fast. Like when you shoot your shot, you can shoot another one like after that, like extremely fast. And I think it should have like the same like fire rate as like the pump.
Oh, by the way, when that happened back there, did you ban those guys from the server?
Yeah.
Okay. I was making sure.
Nice.
I'm making sure if you were the one that banned them. Okay, good. Cause I see everything gone. Okay, so we got the situation under control. Don't worry, guys. Everything's fine. Nothing happened. Nothing happened here.
But back to the map, I think the new locations they added are pretty good. Like they kind of look the same though. Like they're basically the same buildings, just in a different layout. And they have like the same vault, except it's a different henchman. Like even though the three locations they added are pretty much the same, like the locations aren't bad.
Yeah,
I
locations
mean, I
aren't
mean,
bad.
is
I
it
mean,
just me?
many of them feel like the same, but at the end, they're still nice. And the one thing is that I also like is the mythic weapons that are in these new locations. You can only take one of them, and each game they cycle, which means when you land at that specific location, the mythic weapon is not going to be the same every single time. And I think arguably that was the big mistake that Chapter 2 Season 2 made, because everyone knew exactly where to land, where the best weapons were, and that's why everyone fought tooth and nail for these weapons, because they know that if they get their hands on these weapons, they already had the ultimate advantage. And I like that in this season it wasn't exactly the same as that. So you can't necessarily say that it's entirely a Chapter 2 Season 2 clone.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel like this had a better execution than Chapter Two, Season Two, because of the reasons you mentioned.
I mean, that's the one big strength that this season has compared to Chapter 2 Season 2.
It's like Fortnite took all the things they learned from that season and just made it better slightly.
Yeah, Fortnite, I think
I mean, but like,
Fortnite is arguably definitely
Because
have.
they know how many people love Chapter Two, Season Two. They are fully aware that so many people think that Chapter Two, Season Two was peak, and they know how beloved that season was. So they were very clever with trying to recreate that season.
Yeah, that's the
But I
thing
feel
too.
like,
They
but
knew it.
that's probably gonna be the only Chapter Two season that they try to recreate, because every other Chapter Two season was dog shit. Besides Chapter Two Season One and Chapter Two Season Three,
The thing is though, Chapter 2 Season 1 would have been a great season if it would have been way shorter. That's the thing.
and if they actually updated the game.
Yeah, that too. But thing too,
I mean, like, is it just me?
I forgot I was
Or do
gonna
I feel?
mention too. But they knew that everyone loved Chapter 2 Season 2, so they kind of made like a replica version of it, but just not entirely. And Fortnite has definitely been learning mistakes from their past. They've been kind of fixing up the mistakes, and they're trying their hardest not to repeat the same mistakes. And I'm just hoping that they keep up with that as this season goes on. Because I'll tell you what, because like I discussed earlier in the stream, this has to be the strongest start that they've had in a while, and the biggest huge amount of enthusiasm that they've had in a while. And to the fact that Chapter 4, Season 4 was trending on Twitter. It was even like the number one trending on Twitter at one point.
You know.
Like, I have not seen people that hyped up for a Fortnite season since Chapter 2. I mean, even in Chapter 3, you kind of saw the hype a little bit, but then eventually people got burnt out. Like, after 1 month in Chapter 3 Season 1, people who were so excited for it at first just started getting really burnt out of it. Kind of similar experiences to other seasons as it went on, even all the way up to Chapter 4. Like, they had strong starts, but then they just fell apart as the season went on. I'm just hoping that with this season, we don't see anything like that, especially with the huge amount of enthusiasm that they have. Like, this is like a perfect opportunity for them. Maybe a perfect opportunity to get the game back on its 2 feet.
And then, if this season is ending, if this is the last season of Chapter 4, then they could use Chapter 5 to generate more hype for the game.
I mean, they
But
could.
but the thing is, I'm not really that excited for Chapter 5 because I have a feeling that the whole like season is just going to be a Lego season because all of the Lego rumors and people saying that there's going to be a really big Lego collab that's the size of the season.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
been
I
I've been
really
hearing
hope
I've
that doesn't
heard tons
happen.
of that
I hope that
lately.
doesn't happen.
I have
I
heard
mean,
Yeah,
didn't like Lego initially ban Fortnite Lego sets from being made? Because I remember seeing a video of like some guys saying whether or not they'd be able to make Fortnite Lego sets, and it ended up being that no, Lego can't make Fortnite sets because apparently the game is too mature. But I guess now they changed their mind, probably because of cash grab reasons.
yeah, and consider the fact a lot of people don't give a shit about ratings anymore, especially if it's a free to play game. There's really no restriction. If it's free to play, you could just buy in the Xbox store or PlayStation store with no restrictions. That pretty much doesn't even matter at that point. Because if people actually cared about ratings, then you wouldn't be seeing so many kids, like 9-year-old kids on Call of Duty. You wouldn't have ever saw that. Because most of the COD games today, compared to like 20 years ago, were rated M. Compared to back in the day, they were rated T, which is the same rating Fortnite is. But the difference is, all COD games charge money, but Fortnite has always been a free to play game. The only thing you have to pay for is the battle passes, the skins, the customizations, and so on. Or the special limited time things like the Minty Pickaxe. That was where all their money came from. I mean, I want a Lego
And
Fortnite collab, but I feel Lego wants to cash grab them. Honestly, that's probably what it is. And that's kind of the reason why we kind of mentioned that it's probably a cash grab stunt by Lego.
then one thing that they extremely improved in the season was the loot pool.
I mean, yeah,
Because the loot pool last season was absolutely fucking horrendous with the drum shock. This time they actually removed the drum shotgun. They added in a few new weapons like the scoped burst SMG, the twin mag AR, and the infiltrator pump, and they added in some very cool. I think the items is probably the best part about the season because you have the business turrets and the rocket ram, which the rocket ram is probably the most useful item they had in Chapter 4 because if you're getting third party, you could easily just like rocket ram away and it launches you very high in the air. And
yeah,
I
you
mean,
can also destroy
and
builds so easily with it. The only issue I have with the rocket ram is when the rocket ram crashes down, I fucking hate it that you get like launched in the air too, because that can be fucking annoying to deal with. But other than that, the rocket ram is fine. And they also
I mean,
brought back the C4 as well, which can
yeah.
deal with like the turrets.
And the funny thing too that
yeah,
I've
like I feel
noticed,
like the rocket ram is.
The C4 does more damage than grenades do now. That's the funny
I
thing.
mean, and that's sad, bro. That's sad, bro.
I mean, it's still kind of embarrassing
Like
that
the
they
fact.
fucked their grenades up so bad to the point that the C4 does more damage than that.
Like how bro, how they go do my boy like the grenades like that, bro? Because y'all know how good I used to be at like when I used to chuck grenades, bro.
Yeah. The thing too that makes the suitcase turret so useful, especially when you're like trying to revive your teammate or reboot your teammates, it can be used as like an early warning system, like if an enemy's coming. Like if someone's
I
coming, that
mean,
can be like an early warning system, or it can cover you or let you know that someone is actually coming.
And you can also pick it up very easily and drop it on most places of a location.
Yeah, and the best thing about it too is it's not overpowered as we were concerned that it would possibly be, which we know that wasn't the case at all.
the only problem I really have with the turret is just like that when you're trying to defend yourself, trying to revive somebody, it takes 25 years to actually turn the direction where it's at. But like to be fair though, it is an auto lock turret, so like I'll let it slide for now. But like, God, it takes 25 years for it to actually turn the direction you actually want it to.
And one thing I love too that when they brought snipers back into the game, which I'm very pissed off that they did that, that they removed snipers in the middle of chapter 4 season 3. Like I don't know what they were thinking when they did that. But this season they brought him back, but they decided to bring back a sniper. No, not the normal bolt action or not the heavy sniper. They decided to bring back the suppressed sniper, which we haven't seen since I believe chapter 2.
No, we haven't. I don't think we've seen it since season 9 because I don't
Oh
remember.
yeah, yeah, that's right.
Bro, it's been so
Unless
long.
we're talking about an LTM of some sort. Unless we're talking about that of some sort.
Yeah, like I know
Cuz
it's
like
in the one shot LPM, but
all I just know is that it's been like a couple of years since we've seen it. And they also brought back the Chug Jug as well, which we haven't seen that since
Wait,
chapter 1.
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I
and
mean, I
they
mean, I mean. To be fair though, we actually did see it in chapter two, season three. But like,
yeah, but it's the mythic version, and that's the
yeah,
version that they brought back.
yeah,
I hope we get spike traps back. Honestly, it would be very strange if they did bring traps back cuz you know how long it's been since we've had traps in the game.
Yeah,
yeah, bro. Like the last time we,
traps don't feel right in Fortnite anymore. Like it's been so long since they were last in the game that it just wouldn't feel right having them in the game anymore. I mean,
Like
the
the
only
last time,
and nobody really wants the traps back anymore besides Cypher PK, but
or like
the last time,
the sweat players who try to show off.
the last time we ever saw traps in Fortnite is back in chapter one. Then after that, they were just gone for
I'm
basically
pretty sure
forever.
they were in Chapter 2, Season 1, maybe.
Nah,
I mean,
nah, I would definitely remember. Like, no, I don't think so.
yeah,
Mm.
I definitely have to say that the one thing in the loophole that they definitely messed up was the thermal DMR. Like the thermal DMR was one of the only few guns of last season that no one really had a problem with. But this season, like they mess it up really bad. Like the accuracy is just a joke.
The gun is so fucking horrible now, and it doesn't help that it's pretty much the most common AR you can find and one of the most common weapons in the game.
They need to bring edit launch pads in game.
I think I saw like a travel like the trap launch pad again, like the one where it was actually in your trap line spot instead of
Are you
like in
talking
your.
about like? Are you talking about like the playground mode thing where it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Either like the playground mode, like yeah, unless you're I think you're trying to talk about like the Cypher PK like trap tower that was in like a LTM because I don't really remember that.
Like there's a lot of things yeah, the traps they have been a very forgotten item. Like a lot of people don't really talk about the traps anymore. The people that talk about them are like the very true OGs, probably the truest OGs you'll ever meet. Those are the only
Mhm.
people that ever talk about them.
I
But me,
mean, I mean,
me,
I mean, these
I
estimated like
necessarily
those
didn't
whole.
mind the traps. I necessarily didn't really mind them. But the thing is, I definitely can agree. Bringing them back now would almost be pointless because it would kind of be strange to add back in today's time because of how long it's been and how much has changed over time. Like back in the day, we didn't have no zero builds mode. Now we do.
Yeah.
And we've had
I mean,
multiple different weapons get added in. Like we have red dot sight ARs or red dot sight rifles or SMGs. We never had that before either.
Yeah, and we didn't have stuff like swimming or the
Or
actual
fishing.
water. Yeah, or fishing or like sprinting, mantling, like sliding.
Yeah, or potentially the rumors of a freaking first person mode, which of course,
That's probably not gonna happen
I mean,
unless it's
I
exclusive to
remember
no
it was
build.
said
Like,
it was said like a year and a half ago, but I think at this point it ain't gonna happen anymore.
yeah, unless if it's exclusive to no builds, because trying to play builds in first person mode would probably give you a fucking seizure, especially if a tryhard is trying to play that shit with all the like edits and stuff.
Or it'll give you epilepsy.
yeah, but like if Fortnite ever added like first person in a zero building, then we basically got COD Warzone all over again.
I sucked at using traps back then. Well, me, I was averagely decent with traps. Like sometimes I would just place a random trap, and it would mainly determine if it was luck or not, or just to cover a
Yeah,
I
corner.
mean,
every time I
I
got a
mean,
trap,
like,
I would just put it inside of like the opening entrance of
Yeah,
a
that's how
house.
that's how I got my second solo win ever because I just randomly put a trap in the middle of a house, and like later in the game, someone ran into the house, and then my trap, and then it ignited my trap, and it killed him.
the last time I've actually ever like used the trap was when I was getting
Oh,
attacked and I
and
accidentally
also
placed
climbing mechanic, and also the climbing mechanic.
Yeah,
like
mantling.
yeah. Last time I ever used the trap was when like I
The people
actually was
people
getting like
saying
attacked
the
behind me.
people saying that we should go back to the chapter 1 map are people who can't accept that chapter 1 is gone. Well, many people have already accepted it at this point. Many people already know it's not going to come back, but we're still allowed to miss it. We're still allowed to.
Yeah, and the thing
I feel
is,
like some of the weapons are
the
done though.
chapter one map was was still the best map. Like it had the best layout. It had the most iconic locations that everyone loved. No one really complained about the chapter one map until season X because of all the stupid stuff they were doing to the map. But like every map after like chapter one has just not really been the same because like chapter two's map was fucking horrendous. Chapter three's map was decent, I guess, and like this current map we're on, like they're definitely doing a great job on like the changes with
And
like the
that
chapter four map, but
and
it's
that's
like
the
an alright layout.
yeah, that's the only thing that that's like the biggest strength that they've had since we've been in chapter 4 is up consistently updating the map cuz they've kind of learned that lesson in chapter 3 cuz like half of the map changes in chapter 3 were either little to none or like the most laziest format possible. Like in chapter 3 season 2, even though that was a good season, but in the end it had one of the laziest map changes cuz it had like little to none.
The only
And then
changes it had were blimps.
in chapter 3 season 3, even though that was the worst season of chapter 3, it still did a good job with map changes. Even during the summer update, it even decorated the map summer themed. And we
I
even had a
mean,
stage area. So
to be honest,
sometimes
I think the map layout is
Sometimes Fortnite has strengths and weaknesses, but the thing is, it always flipped back and forth with having a good season but terrible map changes, a bad season with good map changes. But the thing is, in chapter 4, whether if you're playing a good decent season or a bad season, they've always done a good job with consistently updating the map. And now we're all enjoying the season, but we're having a good map at the same time. It's what contributed to the massive amount of hype that we've had during the first 3 days of the season. Like if you have a really good map and you have a good loot pool and everything else in the season, then you're set to have a really good season. The only thing that you have to do is not screw it up.
The main problem with the chapter four map is that they'll add a lot of map changes at the start of a season, and that's the only map changes that they do. Like chapter four, like the past like 2 or 3 seasons, they added a lot of changes when the season launched. But as the season progressed, they just stopped adding map changes unless it was like a seasonal event like Christmas or summer
Yeah.
and
But
probably
even
Halloween.
but even summer was a complete joke. The summer update of last season had to have been the worst summer event ever in Fortnite history because of how lazy it was. Because how the fuck was one little square in the middle of a jungle a good summer season?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the reason why it kind of pushed me over the edge of whetherly debating if Chapter 3 Season 3 or Chapter 4 Season 3 is the second worst Fortnite season of all time. Because definitely nothing can replace the Primal season of being the number one worst. But that's just my opinion. You can agree or disagree if you want to. That's just my opinion. What is your predictions
I
for
will
Chapter
say
5?
Chapter 5, I don't really know what they're going to do. They're probably going to give us a whole new map, and I'm assuming they're probably going to added new mechanics like wall running or some shit.
Or maybe first person, like people have been saying for years now.
Honestly, I'm not excited for Chapter 5, mainly because of the fact since I know it's probably going to release by the end of this year, there's nothing really to be excited about.
Yeah,
I'm
or
not
it's
really,
gonna end the following year too.
I'm not excited for new chapters anymore. I just stopped caring because they do it so quickly now.
There's almost no point in getting excited for a new chapter. But the thing is, Chapter 5 could be exciting. It just mainly determines how this season goes. Like if we have a good Halloween event, we have a good Chapter 4 finale. That's all it's all gonna come down to.
I will say the finale event better not be collecting orbs for 40 minutes while waiting for nothing to happen.
I mean, the worst
Like
part about that event was
I mean, that event was
the
so bad, even
chat.
Fortnite
The
got kicked
chat
out
the
of it.
chat's fucking disconnected during that event. That was the worst thing about it. Like your parties, your chats were all disconnected.
hell for
Some people even got kicked.
The event was so bad. Like Fortnite themselves got even kicked out of the event.
yeah, they
That
literally got kicked out of the event in their own live stream on the official Fortnite YouTube channel.
Like that has
so
got to
what's
be
that say
that
about the
that had
event?
to that's probably going to be the biggest L they're going to be carrying on their shoulders forever.
That's the main reason why you've stopped seeing live events because they got so much backlash from that live event that they pretty much stopped. I was fully expecting there to be a live event in Chapter 4 Season 2 because of the dragon that was in Mega City. But of course, that didn't happen. Hell, they could have done what they did with Chapter 2 Season 6 and had a beginning event when you logged into the game that showed you what was happening. That would have been a great way of explaining how Dr. Sloan reappeared on the map or how all of this stuff got here, but they didn't use that opportunity. So they better be working on the craziest finale event if it's been this long.
Yeah, the thing is too
Speaking of Sloan, how is Sloan still alive?
that's what we're all wondering. I mean, that's what would have been nice if there would have been an event because it could have actually explained everything. Oh, just because she's in a tank. Oh, that doesn't mean you could easily survive being crushed in a tank. While in the event itself, you were on that giant robot literally crushing tanks yourself.
And keep in
Then how do
mind,
those
keep
then
in
how do those
also,
people not live?
also,
Didn't the map
also,
blow up as well?
yeah, I
Didn't the
was
map blow up
literally
as
about
well?
to say that the whole map exploded, but somehow she's still alive, and somehow parts of the map didn't get fully destroyed either, even though the fucking Herald kamikaze the entire fucking map.
Bro, Kamikaze's crazy.
How do you feel about the Lego mini season? Well, we'll have to see when that happens, or if that actually does happen or
It
not.
better not be a mini season because if they dedicate a whole mini season around Lego, that's going to be even more embarrassing than the Marvel season, and that was already a fucking joke.
Thing is, though, sometimes we underappreciate seasons like back then. Like back then, we'll say like the season is the number one worst of all time. Like I thought at that point, Chapter 2, Season 4 was one of the worst seasons of all time. I thought it was the number one worst of all time. But then looking back at it now, and then how much worse seasons that we got after. And I know that my video I made, like the reaction to the trailer I made of Chapter 2, Season 2, I made back in 2020, where it was technically Thunder Buddy before Thunder Buddy. That's an L I'm going to be carrying on my shoulders forever. Or that's just one of the few instances where You don't know what you got until it's gone. That's the thing. Sometimes you think that the thing is like the worst of all time, and then like they would end up making something worse like a year later.
I mean, a lot of people for Chapter 2, Season 2 was the worst of all time. Hell, Cypher PK uploaded a video during that season, like roasting the season, because RIP Fortnite was trending during Chapter 2, Season 2, and Epic Games had to respond to the criticism. Like, a lot of people did not like Chapter 2, Season 2, but after how bad Fortnite has gone since then, everyone looks back on that season fondly. And even though I still don't like Chapter 2 Season 4, I still think that season was better than most of the seasons that came after it.
I know that's what I think so too. And like I said, it's just another one of those instances where people don't know what they got until it's gone. That's just a fact. You can agree with it, you can disagree with it, but that's just how it is. And that is not just the only example you can come up with. You could talk about the Terminator franchise as well, and I mentioned this in my last stream. People were trashing like every movie after Terminator 2. They were trashing the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. But then after the latest one that came out in 2019, which was Dark Fate, everyone went back to the old movies and apologized for trashing them. And they and then they became more grateful for them and very apologetic to the movies that they trashed on in the past because they didn't know what they got until it was gone. Sometimes they never visioned that people were going to make something worse than that, but they unfortunately did. And with
No,
Chapter 3 season 3, I thought that was one of the worst seasons of all time, but I never imagined they were going to make another season worse than that. And they did, which was Chapter 4 season 3, exactly 1 year after Chapter 3 season 3.
yeah.
I, I,
The
I
main
think
thing
I
I'm
think also from this point on too, I'm gonna be very more cautious and more skeptical when they do a summer season from this point on.
especially if it's
I
jungle
mean,
themed.
Because
you saw what they
that's
did in
two
No
for
Sweat
two
Summer.
now. That's two for
I
two
mean, I
now.
mean, I mean, you already saw what they did in No Sweat Summer, bro. We already saw how that event went down.
The main thing
Their
I'm
joint
really
was
hoping
trash.
for this season is a really good Halloween event. I want to see something like 2019 and like 2018 where you have like really good like Halloween events. I want to see that be put into. I mean, sure, everyone was complaining about the Halloween event in 2018, but it was actually really exciting when that update dropped. So I'm hoping they do it something like that this year. I already heard like rumors of them like adding a vampire boss, and I've seen the leaks about which brooms are going to come back. I hope it's just not Horde Rush. Because if the only thing they do for the Halloween event is just add in the typical Halloween items and just put in Horde Rush, that's going to be fucking lazy.
I mean, that's why 2022 was lazy. And I think arguably you guys can disagree with me on this. I actually think the Halloween event in 2021 was actually decent. It was probably the best Halloween event we had since 2018.
That was
29
for
20
Q21.
Like
Yeah, that was fun.
2019 2019 was all right. It was all right. But I didn't really like the Storm King mode because all you did pretty much was shoot a giant storm boss for 30 minutes. That's all you pretty much did. That's what I didn't.
I mean, I
That's what
mean,
I didn't like about it. But thing is, Horde Rush was a game mode that we haven't seen for years prior, since the Chapter 1 map, since Chapter 1 Season 9. You hadn't seen it since that point. But we did. But we did for the first time during the Halloween event in 2021. Now, 2022 was kind of bad because it was literally the same. The only thing that they did differently to Horde Rush was make it zero builds, which in some instances made games more difficult, especially if the storm path was going towards a mountain, and if you didn't have builds on, you couldn't climb up the mountain. You had to run around it, and sometimes you have to go inside the storm. You would have to go into the storm trying to get around the mountain, which that can be
And
a
what's
huge
even
pain in the
worse
ass.
is that Horde Rush is still in no builds to this day.
I know, and the fact that they already brought it back so soon before the Halloween event might indicate that that's not going to be the main Halloween event. It might be
Maybe
something else.
they're probably gonna
It might
make
be
him.
that vampire boss you mentioned, or they might make a separate mode for it.
Yeah,
but we'll just have to wait and see for when that time comes, which will be in about probably a month from now,
The
maybe a
main
month and a
thing
half
I'm
from now.
hoping, the main thing I'm hoping is I hope it's not fucking more DJ themed than actually Halloween.
That's what I'm hoping for too. Someone put in the chat, "Are you gonna make a video about the Rainbow Royale controversy?" Honestly, I don't know which controversy you're implying because there's been tons of
The Twitter
controversies.
artist.
Oh, you're talking about that Star Fury person?
I mean, if a skin comes into the item shop, then yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
if that skin actually came into the item shop, then I was planning to make a video. But if the skin was not going to, then there would be almost no point. Because I already made 3 separate videos, and I think that's more than enough. The third one was not supposed to happen, but the reason why it did was because I was trying to keep up to date from the previous two. Because the previous two were getting so much attention because it came back. So I wanted to keep up to date. So that's why I think a fourth one would have been completely unnecessary unless if they actually released the skin that was made by a confirmed pedophile.
That would have been really bad. I mean,
That
Fortnite
would
has.
have been horrible. Fortnite probably would have literally dug their own grave if they did that.
I mean, hey, Fortnite added a location that looks like Dream's chin, so clearly
Oh
they had
yeah.
experience.
They clearly
Bro,
did.
I'm telling you right
They clearly did. I forgot
now.
about that.
Like, no, name a fate worse than death.
And it's funny too because I
Gotta
even showed you guys in the chat like right before my video came out. I showed you guys in the chat before the video came out while the video was in production of what one scene was going to look like, which was this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it did look like that one location definitely looked like Dream's face.
That's where the mask is. Like if you want to name a fate worse than death, then literally have you die by dream, like dying on dreams, like that's face, man.
Mr. Ruckus guy, everyone would have been mad big time, including myself, which would have triggered me into making another video,
There
even
would
though
have
I
been a
shouldn't.
fucking boycott.
There would have been a massive boycott. But I don't know if it would have been worse than Bud Light, which I hope it would have been worse than Bud Light if they did. Which I think they definitely learned too. They're like, if Target and Bud Light were facing this massive backlash, then we should not pursue this.
The
So
funny thing is,
I think they did. They kind of like, even though I particularly do not support the event that they did, I do not particularly support the event they did. I'm not going to argue with it this time. I mean, I just think making a video on it would have been completely pointless and unjustified, and it would have just been the same shit that I've already said before, which I already said pretty much everything I wanted to say. But the only thing that would have actually been justifiable to make a video on it would have been if that skin came out.
the funny thing is, Fortnite did not even promote Rainbow Royale that much. They just
I
said,
know, that's
"Hey,
the funny
the
thing.
cosmetics are back."
Well, no, they only released like a couple new ones, and that's really it. That's all they did. They didn't really promote it as much as they did, and the fact that they decided to do it in August. And the funniest thing too is they did it around the same time Minecraft did, which is honestly a weird coincidence. It's almost like people are beginning to find out and realize that most companies don't actually care. They're just doing it for good publicity and to make a quick buck for the month. That's why they're trying to slowly move it to outside the month like August or September like they did last year to try to dodge that. Cuz don't forget Minecraft did it too this year, not just Fortnite. But at the same time, they didn't really promote it that well. So I think making a video on it this year would have been completely pointless. Which I'm kind of glad I chose not to pursue that. What was the thing? What the hell?
You probably wouldn't get the joke, but
I can't.
if people know a certain song off of that album, then they would know.
Rainbow Royale is more mid than the Easter updates. Someone put in the chat. What happened to that? What happened to that skin?
Uh,
That skin did not get put into the shop.
Fortnite
I think
canceled that.
I think they
Fortnite,
blacklisted it too. I think they blacklisted it too.
yeah, they canceled that skin due to the creator of that skin being a well-known pedophile who was
Yeah,
grooming
and
a
no,
minor.
and the thing is, we weren't. The thing is, no, we're not just making that shit up because that person identifies as being gay or whatever. That has nothing to do with that. The person was actually confirmed to be that based on like text messages from the past and stuff that were leaked to the general public. Like
And these
like
are post
these
messages.
here. We're not making this shit up. No, it's actually confirmed and it was actually posted all over Twitter. So we're not making this shit up. And I don't care what you are. It's like if you're doing shit like this, you should be held accountable for it. I'm surprised the person's not in jail for it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I thought them collabing with Ali A and Tabor Hill was pretty bad, but this would have been unspeakable.
This would have been the worst of the worst that they could have ever done. That would have been the worst of the worst. But thank God it
You
didn't
know,
happen. Thank God it didn't happen because the thing is that would have definitely triggered boycotts big time.
it would kind of be funny if they released that skin in the game and made the back bling a cupcake.
Oh my god. Oh
Bro,
my god.
I'll tell you right now. I'm telling you right now. Like, and all we need now is EDP, and we got a true pedophile on the loose, bro.
Yeah, Ethan Bates, that's exactly what we're saying. We're not saying Tabor Hill is bad as that. We're not saying Tabor Hill is bad as that. We're not saying that. Because this is like the most evil you could possibly go. And the scariest part is too, there's many of them all over the place, and many of them are in hidden places that you'll never know or
And
hear of.
it's mainly the Fortnite art community that has these type of people,
Or
and that's why I have nearly every Fortnite art person blocked.
I guess you got a smart strategy then. You got a smart strategy then. And the funny thing too is try oh damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it. Oh yeah, the one Fortnite streamer, that guy who just got a permanent ban on Twitch recently for joking about it. For
Oh,
joking about being
I've
illegal.
heard about that.
What do you think of that? Honestly, I kind of think if
That guy's a fucking idiot. That guy's such a fucking idiot.
I mean
Like you
the fact
can't.
that he had beef with Twitch prior to that makes it more justified.
I mean, yeah, that guy's just a fucking idiot. You don't joke about something like that when you're playing a game like Fortnite. Like the only people who can get away with that shit is people with like extremely edgy senses of humor that
Yeah.
are like doing like a satirical character. But you can't just like make a joke like that and like expect to get away with it because you're a fucking Fortnite streamer. Like
I
if
mean,
someone like fucking any Fortnite streamer would have been like canceled for doing that. If Ninja would have done it, if Nick A30 would have done it, if Courage would have done it. Like,
and not just them, but if an average ordinary person that's not a stream like not like a well-known popular streamer got caught doing something like that and they worked like a normal job, there would be a 99.9% chance they'd be fired instantly. They would be fired if they did. The problem is, like, I'm not gonna deny it. There are some edgy jokes, some edgy humor, or dark humor that's funny. But the problem with his case was he wasn't being funny about it. He wasn't being funny. The problem is you have so many people who just try to do it, try to be funny, but there's no punchline. He just openly jokes about it and that's it. I mean, look at people like I watch Dave Chappelle. I've watched South Park. And you know how they don't just go after one thing or one group of people. They go after fucking everybody, but they're funny about it. They're in the end, they're joking about it. They go out and they do it to everybody. But in his case, he did it in like the most inappropriate way and at the worst possible timing. And the fact that you decide to do that in the middle of a 1v1 is what makes it more pathetic. You do it because you get killed in a 1v1. So I do think that streamer that did that, I do think he deserved to be banned. I think that ban was completely justified. But the thing is, there's more people that need to be held accountable. More people need to be.
Another thing I want to add about like this current season we're in is the turret gun we saw in the trailer, that sticky grenade thing that landed on the car. I'm kind of scared about that gun because it kind of looks overpowered. Like imagine if it sticks to players like clingers. Like
Oh
I'm kind
yeah,
of worried about
or the
that gun.
clinger.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the demo man in TF2 with like the sticky grenade launcher.
That's the thing too. That's the thing that concerns me. But thankfully, I have not come across that yet either.
If they haven't added it in the game yet, it's probably going to be
Oh
the
yeah,
next
that probably
update.
explains why.
Or if they're going to add in that shield breaker thing.
I mean, the thing too that Fortnite has so many potential collabs that they could have done like these past couple of seasons, but they just never did it and decided to just collab with random things for like no particular reason at all. Or they don't really fit into the season theming at all. Like there's so many things that they could have did like. And it's funny too because in G-Tastic's video, no, he tried to compare that one guy that held Midas's drum gun. He tried to frickin' yeah, Midas is Tommy Gun, I meant to say. He tried to compare that
Same
one
thing.
clip to frickin' Scarface. I'm like, what the fuck does Scarface have to do with Fortnite? That's the thing. And Fortnite definitely could not collaborate with Scarface because how violent that movie is. I've seen that whole movie. That movie is pretty violent, especially at the end in that final battle scene.
I mean, he's G-tastic. I mean, it's G-tastic. He's a fucking idiot.
What do you guys think of the Transformers collabs in October? I have not heard about that.
Basically, they're adding a Transformers bundle that has Bumblebee and I think his name is Scream Waver inside of it, or Megatron. I'm pretty sure it's Megatron.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like they could have collaborated with them in 2018 or
Like last
2019, but the
season.
thing is, they didn't collaborate with like they didn't do many collaborations back in the day though. Like they could have for Bumblebee back in 2018 or 2019 when that movie came out, which I've seen that movie twice and it's actually a pretty good movie. Fortnite has added violent characters to the game. Example Deadpool. Yeah, definitely Deadpool. But that was the only collab of Chapter 2 Season 2, and Deadpool was already well known at that point. He was very, very well known, but at the same time, still pretty violent. They had the perfect opportunity to do One Piece last season, but they had to choose Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, literally.
I don't really.
One Piece, like, is a pirate theme. They're trying to find the One Piece, and the main character wants to be the king of the pirates. And the Gear 5 episode literally came out during last season, so they could have added One Piece to the game, especially since everyone's been asking for One Piece for the longest time. And I barely saw anyone talk about Jujutsu Kaisen, but they just add that in for no reason.
Yeah, the
Like,
thing I never even knew what that was up until that point. I never knew what that was.
I didn't even know that Jitsu Kaisen was even an anime. I just gotta be real with y'all.
I didn't know either. No shame either. I didn't know that.
the only thing from Jujutsu Kaisen I've seen is that one character with like the black headband like over his eyes, and that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much. But they
Oh,
decided to
like they
give
talk about Kakashi Bule.
One Piece fans a middle
Yep.
finger. Unfortunately, that was the case. Damn, we're only one like away from 20 likes, man. We're having low likes this stream. Damn. Man, we're not even gonna hit 30 likes yet. Damn. But anyways, I hope you're all still enjoying the stream, and I'm glad that a lot of you are still here because, like, damn, I've never seen this much energy in a while. It's been almost a month since I've seen this huge amount of enthusiasm and energy. That the massive energy and enthusiasm from this season's launch almost came to this stream. I mean,
Yeah,
the
I
fact
mean,
that people who once hated this game or the people who once criticized this game are now loving this season all of a sudden. It's like when that's the case, or when that's actually happening, then you're doing the right thing. And the sad thing is like in 2021, I preferred Overwatch before Fortnite, but now 2022 and 2023, now I completely reverse that.
Yeah,
At this point,
because
I think I'd still give the season an 8 out of 10. I think I will still stand by that.
I think I'd give it at least a 7. Because if a season gets better, then I'll probably give it like an 8 or a 9. But for now, I'm giving it a 7.
I mean, I think it could definitely be a 9 out of 10 season if they keep going the way they're going. They don't screw up somehow. It could definitely be a 9 out of 10
And I
season,
give,
which would probably be the highest rating I give a season in a while.
I give this like probably give this season a 7.5 or maybe an 8 out of 10. I'm actually enjoying the season so far, and
The only thing they need to do is remove skill-based matchmaking to make the lobbies and pubs more enjoyable. Keep that in ranked only.
And it's crazy thing too is ranked is not really as good. Ranked isn't even that good compared to like the separate competitive mode. I still think
I mean,
it still should have been separated. Even though they really are separated, but it's not really that separated.
I mean, no joke.
nobody really cared for arenas anyway. Like nobody cared for arenas and nobody cared for rings. So I just gotta like let's just be real.
Yeah. I was hoping to maybe like try to carry on this discussion of Fortnite, but I think we're gonna move it to next weekend. Or no, not next weekend. We're moving it to this weekend. This weekend or maybe later this week. We're gonna do a Fortnite stream. Even though I was planning to give it like maybe a couple weeks till like the sweatiness in the first few days calms down a little bit. But I think because of how like hyped people are of the season, especially within my audience as well, I'm thinking I'm gonna start streaming the game earlier than I originally planned to.
Yeah,
Are any of you guys down for that?
yeah,
Man, I'm down.
So I'll tell you what though, it was a pretty fun first day, I will say.
yeah. I managed to actually, do a lot of shit the first day.
Mm.
I would say that's a little high rating, but I definitely respect that. Might be a high rating for now, but I respect that because I mean, at the end of the day, it could possibly be that rating at the end of the day. But like I said, it's all going to come down to the Halloween event and the potential Chapter 4 finale.
I mean,
That's where it's all going to matter the most.
if the rumors about like the fifth season being a month long are true, then that's going to be the most pointless bullshit ever. Because what's even the point of having a month long season? Like at that point, you're better off just fucking going to the next chapter.
All right.
It's
I
almost like it's almost like they're like trying to go back to like the preseason days where like the first like few seasons were like 30 to 50 days long.
Yeah, that was just something crazy that happened earlier. Yeah, I was relooking at the Discord server, making sure stuff is clear. But yeah, I think we're good for now on the Discord server. But I'm not just gonna say, oh, we're gonna shut down the server because of that incident. We're gonna keep the server open. I'm not just gonna cave in the trolls and just shut the server down because of a few bad apples. Not
I mean,
again.
it's not as bad as what was going on during a few months ago.
During springtime. At least it wasn't as bad as that. But I'm still not gonna cave in this time, no matter the cost. I'm not gonna cave in this time unless it gets extremely severe, like if it happens like constantly 24/7. Probably shouldn't say that because I'm probably giving people ideas, like how I gave Epic ideas for crossovers in 2021.
Yeah, you definitely gave him the idea of the aliens collab.
Definitely. Even though I
Yeah.
thought, yeah,
To
kind of
be
gave him
honest, I
that
kind of
idea.
wish they would have. I kind of wish they could have added Alien and Predator in the Alien season of Chapter
They
Two,
should
season
if they were
seven.
gonna
But
add Predator again, they should have did that last season where you had like a fucking jungle theme season.
oh yeah, true. I mean, true. Yeah,
That
they
was
should
a
have.
potential, that was a perfect opportunity.
Every single collab they had last season should have been in Chapter 4 Season 2. Like you had Optimus Prime, Futurama, Terminator. It's like, does Fortnite know what season they're in? Like, they could have added in Rambo or like more Indiana Jones skins, but no.
I mean,
Yeah,
especially you could have added Indiana Jones for the movie that came out earlier that summer or earlier in this summer. Like you had a new movie come out. You could have did like a collaboration for them, but I guess they probably didn't because how that movie flopped.
I mean, the only movie that's really been successful this year is Spider Verse and the Mario movie.
Spar- Spider-Verse, the Mario movie, maybe potentially the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You could probably see that too, or the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that's coming out in October. Which I'm definitely planning to see that movie
yeah.
on the day it comes out. I'm definitely planning to see it when the movie comes out.
Oh yeah, bro, I'm watching that joke as soon as it
I'm very
comes out,
hyped that
bro.
I'll tell you what, this year has been it's been pretty crazy for Five Nights at Freddy's. I
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
remember
like
like,
you had
I
I
still
mean,
remember in
except for the games,
2021
like,
they were gonna collab. The rumors came out that they were gonna collaborate with Five Nights at Freddy's, but they never did.
I mean, in Chapter 2, Season 5, there were also rumors that they'd added fucking Peter Griffin, and that has not happened since, despite the countless discussion around it. Almost like Spider Man.
Well, Spider-Man eventually did happen.
at least
Instead,
with
they
Spider,
didn't just
at
have
least,
one Spider-Man; they had like three of them. They
Yeah.
had three, and all the characters with it. Which I won't lie to you, that movie was still very good. It's probably one of my favorite Marvel movies as of recently. I even liked it better than Far From Home. Fortnite the movie coming April 20th, 2069.
That shit would probably be one of the worst movies of all time because of how broken and just and disjointed Fortnite's storyline would be. Like no one, any like normal movie watcher is gonna watch the movie and be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Maybe they'll do FNAF this season because of the FNAF movie. It'd be a perfect
but
opportunity. Well,
I mean,
possibly.
I mean, I mean,
Possibly.
I mean. Now, normally I would say yes, but Gear Five One Piece was coming out during last season, and they never did a collab with that. So
Yeah, you mean the
I
Indiana
mean,
Jones
and
movie? I'll tell you what though,
yeah,
June in general was a very awful month for Hollywood and cinemas. The only movie that came out on top was Spider-Verse. That was the only movie that came out on top. While everyone else just like you'd expect cuz the thing is
well,
on the same weekend you had Elemental, you had The Flash, and you had something else. They were all like supposed to be like they were all supposed to be extremely competitive, like they were going to fight tooth and nail. They were going to get into a bloody fist fight tooth and nail. However, all three of them flopped badly. All three of them because Spider-Verse was still around at that very time, and I think arguably that movie pretty much destroyed all three, or all three were destroyed for different reasons. But I think we should definitely do like a movie discussion some other time, but not right now. But the reason
yeah.
why we're talking about it now because we're talking about potential Fortnite collabs that could happen or that could have happened but didn't.
I'm hoping that for the Halloween event, the collab they show they are gonna choose is gonna be really good because the collabs for the last few Halloween events haven't been good or haven't been that good. Like last Halloween event, we had like Ash Williams from The Evil Dead, and then the event before that, you had like Rick Grimes and Frankenstein and Mummy. Hopefully this time they choose someone like yeah, Freddy Fazbear or maybe like Ghostface, Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers. That would definitely be
I
exciting.
mean,
Yeah, but the thing is though, but
now
I
what would
think
happen if Fortnite did a collaboration with Silent Hill?
what was that? But yeah, as I was saying, I think there was potential for a oh yeah, because like around the time where like the collab was supposed to happen, or that people were saying that the collab for Five Nights at Freddy's was gonna happen, but didn't I didn't think about it because that same year, like a couple months after, the founder of Five Nights at Freddy's ended up getting doxxed. He was doxxed. His like political donations were also exposed. He was receiving death
Coffin.
threats, and yeah, Scott Cawthon. Then he was forced to step down. Well, he decided to retire from gaming like shortly after he was doxxed.
Yeah, that
I
was
I
really
I think
horrible what people did to
I
him.
know that was awful. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care if you agree or disagree with his opinions or not. Anyone having to go through something like that, it's just a horrible thing for anyone to go through, and it's a fucked up thing for anyone to go through. If you're gonna bash someone or hate someone as much as this, or go as far as this because you disagree with somebody, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem of why the country's divided. If you're gonna behave like that because of a different opinion, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think if there is gonna be a collab, I think it's gonna all come down to like the ownership or whatever because around the time because that same year one of Scott Cawthon's very last big works, which was Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. There were many people who love the game so much, people who are big strong fans of the game, wanted to rebuild that same Pizzaplex in real life that was in the game, but they declined it. They refused to let them do it, which may potentially be the reason why there has not been a Five Nights at Freddy's collab in Fortnite. Probably for the same particular
One
reason.
collab that might happen in Fortnite is a Ninja Turtles collab because the pizza box item was just updated and the movie came out recently.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what though, as because like I randomly went to go see it, and surprisingly, I really didn't think the movie was going to be. I knew the movie was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. But it was actually really good. It was actually very good, and that was in art. And honestly, it was the first Nickelodeon movie I've seen in over a decade because I've grown out of it. I mean, it was one of my childhoods. I'm not one of my childhood TV networks I'd always watch. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of the few go-tos as a kid, but not really as much
No,
anymore.
the only thing I've seen from the Ninja Turtles movie is that Mr. Beast cameo.
Oh yeah, that's funny too, because when I went to go see it, then I went to go look at the credits, and then I was like, and it said Mr. Beast. I was like, shit, I forgot he was in this movie, but I didn't know which character he was. I knew he was one of the bystander guys. He was one of them, but I didn't know which one. And there were so many other legendary names, legendary stars that were also in there I didn't know were in the movie. But still. But very good movie, and if anyone here gets a chance to watch it, I would recommend it. But honestly, I don't know what else there really is to talk about the season because we pretty much talked about nearly everything.
I mean, they did show off a new sniper in the trailer, which is probably going to come out later in the season as well.
There's a lot of things we definitely need to look out for as the season goes on, and like I said, it's all really going to come down to Halloween and the potential finale or other events they decide to do as well or collabs they decide to do.
The main thing I'm hoping for is for consistent updates, a good Halloween event, and a good finale. Because if they do all of those things, this could be one of the best seasons they've done since like chapter one or early chapter two. Like they have the most golden opportunity in their hands. And we're definitely getting an update soon around early September.
September is going to be a very interesting month. It will be interesting. But I'm definitely planning to stream maybe Thursday or maybe sometime this weekend. But I'll let you guys know when I decide to. But all I do know is I'm planning to stream a lot earlier than expected. But anyways, anything else you guys want to add in? Shadow Lord? Anything else you want to add in?
Um, like I just really hope that this Halloween event won't be like that 2020 like bootleg garbage that we got in season 4 of chapter 2.
Oh yeah, that one where you die, then you spawn in as a ghost with Wolverine claws. That was the worst Halloween event by far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
that
It
Halloween
was
event was
just an
trash.
Apex Legends bootleg. It was just an Apex Legends bootleg.
Oh
Another
yeah.
They really went wrong.
another thing I'm hoping for is them doing a concert because, like I said, the possibility of a Juice World concert in September because that's when his new album is expected to drop, and they're planning to do the collab the year prior. We haven't seen a concert in Fortnite since Ariana Grande, and no, I'm not counting the Kid Leroy's NPC ass concert as an actual concert because that was just some shitty creative man.
This battle pass is the most nothing of a battle pass that we've ever gotten. There's not one good skin because everything is super boring. Well, I respect your opinion and all, but I definitely think this is probably the best battle pass in all of Chapter 4.
I do think there's some decent skins like the Nolan Chance, the Fish Fic,
Yeah, the fish,
and the Tier 100
Mm,
skin is definitely one of the best we've seen in a long time.
definitely.
like,
I mean, I'm
I
still
still want to
debating.
know
I'm still debating if I'm gonna get that battle pass or not. I'm still debating if I will or not. Maybe
The
I'll.
only problem I have with the Battle Pass is the secret skin being Ahsoka because they should have done that in Chapter 4 Season 2, and Cobby Lane being the person they decided to collaborate with instead of someone like Nick A30, typical gamer, or Tifu, or any other
Azaz,
content creator.
but Azaz. But no, because it's because the show's coming out.
Well,
She's
they had
being added because the
opportunities to
show.
do. They had so many opportunities. Hell, they could have fucking added Oppenheimer and Barbie when those movies came out due to how big of a meme they were, but they didn't decide to do that. If Fortnite really wants to add in a character every time a new fucking movie or show comes out, then they might as well do it. The only reason why they're adding Ahsoka is because Lucasfilms went up to them and said, "Hey, can you promote our new show?"
Even though Star Wars is not as good as it used to be, mainly because Disney fucked it all up. That's one of the reasons why I hate Disney. Even though it was the biggest centerpiece of my childhood, which I won't deny. And I'm always gonna love the older stuff that they had made before, like the old classics, the classic animations, like the original Toy Stories and stuff like that. Like I'm always gonna love those, and I'm never gonna forget those. And I'm still gonna watch those, but today's shit, not a chance.
I mean, I still can't wait for that FNAF movie to come out. Though.
But I think that deserves a separate segment, maybe for another time. I mean, I already made a separate video talking about Toy Story 4. No, not Toy Story 4, Toy Story 5, which I kind of ranted on Toy Story 4 a bit because Toy Story 4 pretty much destroyed everything for Toy Story as a franchise.
Yeah, Toy Story 4 was a
They should
fucking
just end off on a
embarrassment.
chapter.
But
Like they should have
oh
ended
yeah, Snow
at
White.
Toy
Yeah,
Story 3.
that definitely needs to be a video. Snow White. Snow White's probably gonna be the worst Disney
Bro,
movie to come out to date. That'll be the worst one. That movie's gonna be dead on arrival.
listen. Like I'm like I bro like the Snow White movie is definitely gonna flop, and the Toy Story series should have just ended on Toy Story 3, okay? Because that was the perfect ending. The perfect ending. But they like but of course they want to be a greedy company and just make another sequel that
I mean,
nobody asked for.
Toy Story 4 could have been the perfect ending too if the movie wasn't so fucking horrible.
Yeah,
Skip Bonnie, bro.
that's how
Skip
it is.
Bonnie and skip those other toys that came into it. As a matter of fact, skip Woody for leaving all the other toys behind. Bro. Let us
You
skip
want to know what's they literally destroyed Woody's character because Woody was all about being loyal to his owner and wanted to get played with a child, and they just completely destroyed his character all because of fucking Bo Peep, which
It
Bo Peep
basically
was a
like
complete jerk to Woody throughout the whole movie.
it was pretty much just like fuck you guys, I'm out of here. I don't even know how they're gonna make a fifth one, especially after he just left them.
Lightyear,
After he just freaking
bro. Like
after Woody just left them all. Like how is that even gonna be fucking possible? That's what I don't know how it's gonna happen.
and please let's just all agree on one thing. We do not talk about that Lightyear movie, okay? We do
Yeah,
not talk about that
obviously we
movie.
don't talk about that garbage. Don't ever talk about that shit.
Lightyear was fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
And no, it wasn't horrendous because of a gay kissing scene. It was just extremely fucking boring.
Yeah, fucking awful. All right. Well, anyways, I don't think there's much else to add in. I think we're already going off topic because we've already discussed pretty much everything there is to discuss about this season. But think that's about it. I mean, unless you guys have one final thing you want to quickly add in. I mean, I already talked about the XP system. We talked about the loophole. We talked about potential collabs. We talked about the battle pass. We talked about the gameplay, the items. Pretty much, that's pretty much everything I can think of.
I'm just wondering where the storyline goes from here because
I mean,
in like
it's
the
been over
trailer we
it's been a
saw.
year. It's been a year since they pretty much abandoned it. I mean, I think, and like I said, I think the reason why they stopped doing events was not only just because of the backlash, but because of the massive embarrassment they faced from that event, especially being kicked out of your own event when you're the owner of the game.
Is
Yeah,
that that's
That's
probably an
that's
L
a
for them when they ever
big
come back
that's
from it.
already a public humiliation as it is.
Like they're not
I'm
probably coming back from that anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that the storyline actually makes sense because last season Sloan returned out of nowhere with barely any explanation as how, and now in the trailer we saw someone called Kato Ford have like a time machine or something. I have a feeling
Like
that they might go back in time for the next chapter, which could be wrong
Which could be
because
Lego, and then the frickin' oh no, watch it be fucking watch it be everything is awesome as a music box.
I'm telling you, I will be
Watch
right
it be
now.
that for the Lego season. Literally
I'm
watch it be
probably gonna
everything is
delete the
awesome.
game if
And geez,
I
that
probably delete the game if I hear that music pack, bro.
oh that and speaking of that, that's almost 10 years old. Jesus.
watch them add
Man,
fucking Emmett. Watch them add Emmett in the game with the piece of resistance. Watch them add an Emmett with the piece of resistance as a back wing, and watch him be the tier 100 skin too.
Oh boy.
If that actually
everything
comes
is
true,
right.
Dude, that actually
actually,
happens.
if that actually happens, Fortnite needs to pay me once again for predicting their battle pass, which they didn't pay me for predicting Darth Vader and Indiana Jones.
And no,
Bro,
where's your
listen, hey,
five
baby, hey,
thousand
baby.
dollars that you betted to Epic?
Hey, baby, I'm telling right now. I'm telling this right now. If Epic does eventually send you the money, I bet you're gonna be singing everything.
Yeah, watch that become
I
an
bet you're gonna be
emo
singing
editing.
that.
I'm betting if they actually do a 1 month long season, I'm predicting that Emmett is either going to be the secret skin or the tier 100. After adding in everything is awesome as a music pack in the emo.
Oh my, that'd be
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Nah, bro.
everything is awesome.
I'm gonna stop right there, bro. Dude, dude, but hey, guys, quick question. Which Lego movie we should probably say is the worst? Like
The,
the first one or the second one?
the
What what
second one,
what?
definitely.
Definitely the second one.
Dude, I don't, bro. I gotta be real with you. I never even watched the second one, bro. The only thing I remember from the second one was that stupid song, bro.
Yeah,
And, and
watch. For like a 1 month long season two, watch them add in Cloud Cuckoo Land. That's a location.
Oh no, no.
oh nah, bro.
Okay,
And watch them have
I think
watch them have a Unikitty boss. And when you eliminate
no.
Unikitty,
Oh yeah,
you get a mythic
Unikitty,
weapon, or you go raging
Unikitty.
them.
You get a mythic horn or
No.
something, bro.
Unikitty's
You get a
rage
mythic unicorn
is the
horn, bro.
boss weapon. No, her rage boat is the boss weapon.
I swear to God, if
Bro,
all of
every
this
single time you
becomes
hit third party,
true,
bro, you go crazy,
Dude,
bro. Every
if this becomes true, you guys owe me a skin if this comes true.
bro, ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm broke, so I don't know which one
becomes
we're
true,
getting
I
on
might as
top,
well
bro. But
replace Donald Ketchup as the CEO.
No. No president business would take over Epic Games.
Hell, they might as well make a
I'm
whole
sick of
Lego
this
theme.
game.
Nah, nah, they might as well make the whole season Lego theme and have like each battle pass can be a Lego character. Like you would have Lego Jonesy, Lego Peely, Lego fucking Fish Stick.
bro. This, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Bro, I'm telling you right now,
Oh
bro.
no
If
no
this
no!
ever comes
Look
true,
what
bro, we
someone
get engaged,
suggested. Look
bro.
what someone suggested.
What?
Donald Trump in Fortnite, but he's in jail with Jonesy.
Yeah, Donald Trump's mugshot.
Hey, what? Hey, whether you love him or hate him, the one thing I have to say is the memes are funny. The memes are
Yeah,
funny.
bro.
Yeah.
Whether you love him or hate him, the
Dude,
memes
how?
are still funny. I mean,
Bro, my man
I'll
Donald
show you guys
Trump.
one meme. I hope I don't piss off anyone. And just know that I'm not trying to alienate anyone when I send you guys this. I'm trying not to alienate
Bro.
anyone when I send you guys this.
Oh yeah, I've seen multiple of like these FNAF Donald Trump memes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, let me
Bro,
show
like
one.
it would just be like the U.S. national anthem, also makes it the FNAF theme song, bro.
Yeah, watch me. Let me put another one of those Donald Trump FNAF memes. Cause like there's this one I just saw before the live stream.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
you saw this one, bro. Wait,
Oh my
is
bro.
that supposed to be him? Is that supposed to be
Yeah.
him, or is that
Oh no,
because to me
bro.
that looks like Max Headroom.
Uh,
No, but like I thought that was Joe Biden
That
for
look
a
that look
second. Like I can hear with you.
I
Like when I saw the shadow
because
for it, I thought it was Joe
almost
Biden for a
can't
second.
tell.
yeah.
Dude, I'm actually terrified, bro. This is actually terrifying, bro. I never thought I might be
Grimace
afraid
the
of Donald
live
Trump.
event. No, I don't think we need people having the grimace shake.
Hey, if they might as well have
Bro,
Grimace be the live event with CG5 song playing in the background and put it as a music.
I just got the grimace shake.
The CG5 fell
Man,
off so hard. I
I
don't know
almost
what.
had the
Yo,
grimace
I ain't
shake,
gonna lie, I
but
ain't gonna lie.
thankfully I
Bro, we
dodged the
need to
bullet.
stop making fun of songs, bro. He fell off, bro. Like
Now he makes
I
songs
think the
about
last
Hey,
fucking.
good
Neo Clan. I think I think he probably does. He definitely does, especially if he wants to push for 500 indictments on him. He definitely has a crush.
Yeah, Biden has been talking about Trump nonstop. Well, Trump doesn't even give a
Nah,
fuck
bro.
about Biden.
Nah, bro. Like, hold on.
Hit, I guess this hit Fortnite's last resort. Their very last resort, their very last ditch attempt to save their game. Looks like it's slowly beginning to work.
And all they
But the
needed to do
question
was
is,
just copy and paste the agency season.
can they hold it? Can they hold it? Tune in to next episode. Just kidding.
Of Fortnite Ballsy.
Tune in to next month or two.
Tune in to the Halloween event.
Tune in next month for next no, tune in for the next 2 months for the Halloween event. Damn, I forgot we're still in August. Damn it.
We're about to leave August.
I know, in like a couple days from now. Tune in for chapter 5.
Yeah,
I
tune in
won't
for chapter 5 where we get more NPC dialogue from fucking Troy Baker as Agent Jonesy.
or from Dr. Sloan.
Or from Faraka's Foundation. Or from whatever voice actor they can find. Oh no, or from whatever famous celebrity they can find to voice the Fortnite characters.
I can be a famous celebrity. Okay.
I'll tell you this though, Fortnite is hinting that this is going to be the last season of Chapter 4 because the most recent crew pack skin they're adding, the music pack for the crew pack skin sounds exactly like something you would hear from an end of season event. And that skin kind of has like a galaxy theme towards it, where it's like from a different dimension. And the last time we got a galaxy like themed like skin for Fortnite Crew was the first one we ever got, which was Galaxia. And would you look at that, by the end of Chapter 2, the whole map was getting attacked by the Cube Queen and Mothership. So
Obviously, I think the last finale event that was actually really good was probably the Chapter 3 Season 2 finale. But the last ending of a chapter finale was definitely Chapter 2.
I mean, Chapter Two's finale was really good, like until Varrock like appeared. Because even though that was really funny and hype, but looking back, it doesn't make a lick of sense. You could tell that they just put in Varrock there just for a cash grab or publicity.
or promotion,
Because keep
which
in
in the
mind,
end, which
the
in the
main
end still worked.
Yeah, because keep in mind, the seven in Fortnite was always presented as mysterious. Like, look back at season four when the visitor landed in Dusty Depot. Like, people had no idea who this guy was, and we didn't really know anything about him, but they just threw all of that in the garbage in Chapter 2, Season 8.
Post Malone just posted in his caption. He said, "Battle Pass."
Oh, God. I've watched Post Malone be next skin.
No,
Watch
watch
Post.
him. Well, no,
Nah,
watch him be the next concert.
I mean, I thought. I mean, if there was going to be a next concert, I figured it would be Juice World because Juice World's manager said multiple times last year that he had a meeting with Epic Games, and since Juice World is releasing, or technically he's not releasing an album because he's dead, but now that they're planning on releasing his album in September of 2023, which you know that shit's going to get delayed anyway. But if they actually do release the album, we're probably going to see a Juice WRLD concert. But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they do Post Malone.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Well, honestly,
What they
I th-
might make him a concert in the next season. I'm betting next season is going to be a month long. It's going to be a Lego themed season, and Post Malone's going to randomly be the secret skip.
no, it'll be a Lego Post Malone.
Lego Post Malone.
No.
And
Someone put we need a Nicki Minaj skin. No, she can stay in Call of Duty, not in Fortnite. Keep her in Call of Duty.
yeah,
We don't want her
she
in
could
Fortnite.
say she could stay in Call of Duty with fucking Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, because guess what? At least if I get killed in Fortnite, I don't have to see a face of Nicki Minaj as a profile picture like Call of Duty.
Hey, for one concert, I bet for I have it'd be kind of be funny if they did a Lil Uzi Vert concert because one of the locations they added is called like Sanguine something, and Uzi has a song called Sanguine Paradise. So watch Uzi do a concert in that location doing the I Just Want to Rock and Dance.
I mean, but to be honest with you, like a little Uzi first collab would actually be fire though. Like that would actually be cool.
Yeah, that'd probably be one of the best concerts next to Travis Scott.
Jeffrey Dahmer skin for
I
Halloween.
mean, I mean,
No,
since he was
no,
like,
no, no. God. What a fun stream to start a new season. All right, but I definitely am. I'm hoping definitely stay tuned, guys. Later this week, I am definitely gonna do another Fortnite stream. Hopefully soon enough. And also I'm gonna be I don't know what video I'm gonna do. I'm debating on talking about the new Call of Duty game or talk about Overwatch 2 some more. Like kind of like do like an autopsy report of Overwatch 2.
I mean, hey, we said this Fortnite season is the last resort, but that new COD game is definitely their last resort because if that game fails, then COD is done.
Well, Battlefield,
can we
Battlefield
be
at
real
this
though?
Battlefield's pretty much
Like,
done.
like, like
They may only have one more chance left. They may have one more chance left.
Overwatch 2 is dead.
Overwatch is done
Modern
because
Warfare 3 felt like
when
if
they
Overwatch
canceled
3
PvE, the last little bits of trust people had in Blizzard, all of that was just gone. It was just
yeah,
gone. It was gone in the matter of
yeah, like
seconds.
yeah, after no, after they announced they canceled PvE, like Overwatch basically died after that. Modern Warfare 3 is the last chance for COD to actually come back from the dead. Battlefield is close to dying, but let's hope like they actually make a sequel that's actually good. And pretty much all I gotta say about like these games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm predicting for the Fortnite live event? Since they have a location based around Dream Space, and since they have like other parts of Dream Space on the map with the like moons and stuff, we'll watch like that moon location come to life with a mask and watch it like crash into the island like Majora's Mask style.
Or no, no, no. Watch that be the concert. Watch that be the concert. Well, we can
Yeah,
see a
scream
music
yeah,
video.
the techno
No, we can
played.
see. No, we can see a music video of him saying "Until I end up dead." Then he's fucking dancing around in a coffin.
Yeah, and watch there be a
Dream's a
cutscene
fucking
during
joke.
the event
It's
of
funny.
Aisho's speech showing his meat.
It's funny because Dream just uploaded a video for the first time in like 3 months, which is the same song that he posted 2 months ago, but with a different music video. Hey,
Like Dream is
hey, you know what
literally
that did?
scrambling for
Hey, you know
anything.
what that did? It gave me the reminder that I was like, oh shit, I'm still subscribed to him. It just gave me the biggest ultimate reminder to unsubscribe, and I did.
Yeah, you're too. I mean, Dream would be glad anyway because Dream doesn't like older people watching his content. You know, he's more into little kids.
Yeah, damn right, damn right, damn right. I think he did that just to get all the older fans to go away.
Yeah, Dream can have all the kids to himself.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a stream here. I think that's it this time because holy shit, we're only 2 hours in and we've already discussed everything. Well,
Yeah,
it's nice to have you guys here. I hope to see you in the gameplay streams later this week.
yeah, we
Whether
definitely will
whether if
show
it's
up.
Thursday, whether if it's Thursday or Saturday. If it's gonna fall on a Saturday, I'm thinking I'm gonna do it at noon. But if it's gonna be on a Thursday, I'm probably gonna do it in like the afternoon because most people are back at school now, and I'm just trying to respect your guys' schedules, and I'm trying not to like make it a huge pain in the ass for you guys. Which I appreciate all the love and support that a lot of you are still giving me despite that, and it means a lot. But I think that's gonna call it a stream. Well, thank you for being here, Shadow Lord and Azass.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
And I hope you have fun. I hope you're having a good time back at school, and let us know how Gamers Club goes for the next stream.
I'm actually starting driving, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Alrighty, well, have a good night.
You
yeah.
too.
See you.
Well, I think that's it for this stream. Damn, we're only one like away from 30. I'm hoping we can hit 30 likes, or even better, 40, but I know that's probably not going to happen at this point because we're at the very, very end. Well, this is going to be the last call for chats, messages, super chats, whatever. This is the last call for them because I'm about to wrap the stream up here. And what do you think of John Wick 4? I don't think you've talked about this movie, or at least heard you talk about it. Well, I haven't heard of. Well, I've heard of the movie. I just haven't seen it yet, or haven't had the chance to hear about it. But now that you mention it, I'll definitely take a little look at it. Maybe, hopefully, see the movie if I get the chance. Because I know the last John Wick movie I saw, it was a pretty good movie. I don't exactly remember which movie it was because it's been a little while. When does Travis Scott come back? I don't know about that yet. And I know certainly you can't rely on a leaker for that information either, because they've been saying that every single day since, which it's all been nothing but blatant lies. But anyways, I think that's gonna conclude today's stream. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm glad you were all here, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. You can follow me on Twitter, which is X now. You can also join the Discord server too. The link is in the description down below. Of course, we would love to have you here on the channel. And until next time, I will see you all in the next video or stream. Or short, but most likely video. But until then, I will see you all in the very next video. And this is ThunderBuddy29 signing off, leaving for the night. Have a great night, and Godspeed. That concludes our broadcast day.